So the brands that are figuring out how to appear in ChatGPT results and in Perplexity and Gemini, they're not doing this through ads. They're doing it through authority. And guess what? For AI, the largest citation source is YouTube. And that is just a fact. When was the last time that you checked whether ChatGPT even knows your brand exists? Not your SEO ranking, not your meta ROAS, but whether the AI your customers are increasingly talking to actually know who you are. Go ahead, let's just find out right now. Open ChatGPT. I don't know what your brand is, but type, for example, what are the best protein powder brands for women over 40 or whatever they would be searching for your product. Yeah, I'll be here. I actually have a tiki bar here, so I can always get a drink, right? Okay, we're back. Hopefully you did that little exercise. And if your brand showed up, great. Note where, note how it's described. But what if it didn't show up at all? Oh, that's why we're having this conversation. And before you hand this over to your SEO team, I need you to hear something first. This is not a tech problem. This, my friend, is a revenue problem. So let's start where you're already feeling it. Customer acquisition cost. If you're running Meta, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? CPMs that were really annoying 2 years ago are now really genuinely painful. Google is not much better. You're cycling through more creative, you're testing more audiences, and the math, it just keeps getting harder and harder. But the advice, it seems to always be the same. Optimize the funnel, refresh the creative, try TikTok. I mean, none of that really is wrong, but here's the question that I keep asking from this little corner of the tiki bar. What if rising acquisition costs aren't primarily a media buying problem? What if your brand has an authority deficit and that deficit is getting more expensive each and every month? Because something is shifting in how your customers find and evaluate brands. It's very quiet. It's underneath everything that you're actually measuring. So they're AI tools, right? ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, they're all becoming a primary research layer for considered purchases. They're not replacing Google, they're not killing social, but they are inserting themselves into the exact moment when your customer is deciding who to take seriously. They type a question, the AI returns a recommendation, and that recommendation has nothing to do with who spent the most on ads last month. It's a credibility assessment. These are conversations happening without you in moments that you can't even buy yourself into. And that's the part that most brands haven't fully wrapped their heads around. You can't outbid your way into an AI recommendation. That is just fundamentally different. And most e-commerce brands are still playing the old one. This is change from who has the biggest budget to now who has the deepest authority signal. And here's where most brands go wrong. They hear this and they immediately hand it over to the SEO team. You say, update the metadata, fix the backlinks. I get it. It really does feel like an SEO problem, but it is not. It is an authority problem. Trust me. An AI system doesn't just read your website. It builds a picture of your brand from everything it can find across the internet. Are other sources citing you? Are real people genuinely engaging with your content? Is there actual depth and consistency to what you publish in your category? Does the full picture of your brand say, this company knows what they are talking about? Right now, AI systems are trying to decide who gets recommended and who gets ignored. So here is the framing that I use for this. And I hope that once you see it, you probably can't unsee it, right? In the last 15 years, e-commerce is run on what I call the attention economy. And the logic, it's super simple. Buy enough attention and you win. Impressions, clicks, rented audiences at scale. It worked for a really long time. And for a lot of brands, it really, really worked. But we're moving into something a little bit different now. The brands that win aren't necessarily the brands that are spending the most. They're the brands that become the default choice. In the minds of customers, in search results, in AI recommendations, default status isn't bought, it is built. And the currency that you build it with is authority. The brand's figuring out how to appear in ChatGPT results and in Perplexity and Gemini. They're not doing this through ads, they're doing it through authority. So what actually builds machine readable authority? Which is what AI systems are really looking for? Well, the answer that surprises most people, YouTube. It's not because of views, it's not because of subscribers, it's because of what YouTube produces every single time you publish a video. Full transcripts. They're crawlable, they're readable by AI as written content. They're engagement signals that prove real audiences found it worth their time when they watch a YouTube video. Cross-platform citations as other sites reference your videos, and topical depth that tells AI over time across dozens of videos that this brand genuinely knows what they're talking about. No other single channel produces all of that simultaneously. And in 2026, e-commerce organic visibility isn't just about ranking on Google anymore. It's about showing up wherever AI is making recommendations. YouTube builds that signal better than anything else that I've seen. So the brands that are figuring out how to appear in ChatGPT results and in Perplexity and Gemini, they're not doing this through ads. They're doing it through authority. And guess what? For AI, the largest citation source is YouTube. And that is just a fact. I've been helping brands grow on YouTube since 2007. I'm kind of an old guy, I guess. But I've worked with hundreds of channels. And yes, I do a lot of thinking right here in this very tiki bar. The Wi-Fi is good and I could sort of pretend I'm in Hawaii. Now, the pattern that I keep seeing is brands that invest in AI visibility for e-commerce through YouTube authority, not just ad spend, consistently outperform in organic search and AI discovery. Most brands think that YouTube, it's a marketing channel, but the smartest brands are treating it like an authority infrastructure. And right now, e-commerce organic visibility isn't just about ranking on Google anymore. It's about showing up wherever AI is making recommendations. YouTube builds that signal better than anything else I've seen. Okay, here's where I'll leave you. Your customers, they're not just Googling anymore, they're asking AI. And AI doesn't return the best ad, it returns the most credible brand. The brands winning AI discovery right now don't necessarily have the best websites or the biggest ad budgets. They have the strongest authority footprints. ChatGPT brand discovery is real. It is growing, and right now, most of your competitors are completely unprepared for it. And in 2026, e-commerce organic visibility isn't just about ranking on Google, it's about showing up wherever AI is making those recommendations. YouTube builds that signal better than anything else. YouTube is the most efficient way to build that. Most of your competitors haven't figured that out yet, so the window is still open, but it won't stay open forever. Hey, in the next video, I'm going to be making the direct argument that brand authority is outperforming paid ads for e-commerce brands at scale. Not replacing them, outperforming them. And I'll show you what the brands making that shift are actually doing differently. Subscribe, and I'll see you there.